I am, of course, the Gaming Librarian. Here today to just do a Let's Play with you. So, just a really chill, relaxing night. You may ask, why tonight am I playing Mass Effect 2 and not Mass Effect 1? Well, obviously, it's because, as you can see on the screen right now, I got the Platinum. So, I'll talk about this a little bit more on Sunday when I do my Gaming Narratives episode, but Mass Effect 1 has always held like a really special spot in my heart. It was a game that I played way back when it first came out in 2007 on the Xbox 360. And back then the achievements were a little bit trickier, especially those companion ones. I think you had to actually play through the entire 30-hour campaign with only specific crewmates before you could unlock their achievement. So I never bothered getting 1,000 out of 1,000. This time around for the Legendary Edition, they switched things around and made it a little bit easier, and I said, okay, you know what? I'll give it a go. Now, naturally, of course, 16 hours in, I realize, oh wait, I have the wrong character build. So I have to restart all over again. Do the first 16 hours over again with the new character build, Sentinel, way to go, and especially the Bastion build. But managed to recoup the 16 hours lost in 11, and then I streamlined through the game. Managed to do every single mission and side mission except for one. I don't know why, glitched out. Wasn't going to try to figure out why it was acting up on me, so I just continued going forward. And I was going to wait until tonight to sort of play through the last little bit. But you know, as a gamer out there, that once you get that ball rolling, there's no going back, you're not stopping. And I just wanted to kick Saren's ass once and for all. Pardon my French on that one. But I went in, guns blazing, or I guess telekinetic powers blazing, and totally kicked his butt. Easiest final boss ever. And then I got this proud little achievement. So on a PlayStation 5, it automatically blips up for you, but then I get that satisfying ping of the Platinum trophy going off for me. I don't know why it is. Achievement sounds, that little doo-doo sound that it makes, also absolutely makes my day. So tonight I'm going to be starting Mass Effect 2 because I didn't spend in the accumulated 50 hours playing Mass Effect 1, subjectively the clunkiest Mass Effect that there is. Best story writing, in my opinion. Story writing, it goes 1, 2, 3. In terms of like general gameplay and mechanics, definitely 2, 3, 1. If you were expecting that 3 to 1, not quite. 2 still up top. So we'll be exploring some Mass Effect 2. And then I think after that, I may explore some Ratchet and Clank. Obviously, big PlayStation person. Absolutely love the 2016 Ratchet and Clank. And I've been playing Ratchet and Clank since PlayStation 2 days. But sort of my love was rekindled in 2016 with that release based on the movie, based on the game, if that makes sense. And so next week, Ratchet and Clank, a Rift Apart comes out for the PS5, an exclusive on the console. And so needless to say, I am ridiculously excited for that game to come out. So next Friday, if you want to watch some hot takes on Ratchet and Clank, definitely come out, check that out. I'll probably dabble in some Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate to explore some of the new content that's available there. And also a little tiny hidden gem that Nintendo is releasing called Game Garage Builder. For the PlayStation fans out there, you know, Media Molecule did the game Dreams last year that came out. Same makers of, Little Big Planet and Sackboy. And so they released a little pet project called Dreams where you could basically create any game that you wanted to using the engines that they had. Well, Nintendo has done the same thing with Game Builder Garage. And so, needless to say, as a little refresher or appetizer, depending on which order I played in, I will be checking that out as well next Friday. But enough of my yammering. We're going to load up some Mass Effect 2. My apologies in advance. I am having some technical issues. I mean, it's very fitting for the looming thunderstormy weather that we're having outside. Great Canadian spring/summertime storm happening out there. So, technical issues aside, please feel free to just watch along. And again, my apologies in advance if the game audio is not necessarily coming through. I'm going to get that fixed because obviously I cannot have this happening with Ratchet and Clank. But thankfully, Mass Effect does offer subtitles to follow along with. In the meantime, you get to listen to the soothing sound of my voice. So, let's get cracking along. Oh, apparently I forgot to put the game disc in, so I will go and do that very quickly. So Mass Effect 2 is a bit of an interesting one for me. I know it originally came out in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, so about 3 and a bit years after the first Mass Effect. Now, in this time, I had sort of put up gaming. I was just starting off college, didn't have a whole bunch of time to game. One of my best friends is like, "Hey, Chris, can I borrow your Xbox 360?" And I said, "Sure, you can borrow it." And so I didn't play Mass Effect 2 right away when it released, which was kind of sad, but I also knew that it had deviated away from like the traditional hardcore RPG mechanics of Mass Effect 1, and of course the game that I fell in love with. And so when I finally did get around to Mass Effect 2 in, I think, 2011, it had been a little while, the fervor had settled down, but I really enjoyed it. And thankfully, I got my 360 back that had my game save. And this has always been the wonderful thing about Mass Effect, is if you didn't know, you can carry over your characters between each game. And so the decisions that you make actually do have repercussions later on in the game. So we're going to see what my level 28 Aria Shepard, yes, I'm playing as FemShep, my Aria Shepard is going to look like when I transfer her over. So here's hoping that my character build and most of the powers I had transfer over. Okay, upbeat music tone. Hopefully you can hear it. If not, then worth loading up. Though in my opinion, I always loved the music in Mass Effect 1. It's just such an iconic soundtrack. And if you tune in on Sunday for the Gaming Narratives, we'll be talking, or I'll be talking with my friends about some of the achievements and trophies that we purposely went out of our way to go and achieve, come heck or high water. And so one of the ones that I'll talk about is the Mass Effect 1 Platinum that I just did. And I'll play some of the end credit music. Fonts, Canadian rock band out of Edmonton, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely fantastic. Worth listening to. It is M4 Part 2. That is the ending soundtrack to Mass Effect 1. Let's import my ME1 character. Oh, I transferred over as level 57. So I know it transfers over in an interesting way. So I'd hoped to reach level 50 or level 30 in Mass Effect 1. Didn't quite make it there, so I made it to 28. I don't know how I would have made it to 30. I don't know how much of experience I would have needed to grind if I needed to find like an infinite experience loop, something to that effect. but you do have the potential of starting up to level 60 in Mass Effect 2. We'll turn on those subtitles just in case the sound is not coming through. Okay, rank 57 Sentinel. That's perfect. Definitely followed the Paragon path. Yeah, survived. Oh, spoilers. I let Ashley die in the ME1 and Caden live. Yes, I did decide to save the council, and I gave it to Anderson. I mean, there's probably fans out there who wanted Ambassador Udina on there, but he was such a jerk. I'm like, no way. I'm not letting you represent humanity for the rest of time. So I gave it to Anderson. He may be a soldier, but darn it, he knows exactly what he's doing. I do admit I was always impressed by the planet and like this simple landscape painted out. The elusive man always reminded me of that smoking fellow from the X-Files. The guy just always known for smoking a cigarette. Okay, so 1 month after the attack. My apologies, spoilers if you're playing through ME1 right now. Yes, everyone wanted to blame Shepard. And I was like, you shut up, Council. I know what I saw. I saw Reapers. I'm definitely interested to see, now that I've gotten on the BioWare kick, to find out exactly what BioWare is up to during E3 a week and a half from now. Hopefully we'll get some Dragon Age 4 news. Something's about to go down. No, not Exo Presley. I know you didn't like the aliens, but you don't deserve to die. There goes Liara. She was my romance option. Oh, Joker. Yeah, things went downhill pretty fast. You're like this great savior in one, and then all of a sudden it's just tossed away. Now, I do admit, the one thing about having only done one playthrough is that I have forgotten a lot of the storyline. So I remember bits and pieces of it like a dream, or almost like a dream, but the nitty gritty I don't. All right. I am one of those people who plays inverted, so gonna have to swap that over. Or else I'm gonna have a bad time with trying to look around and control the camera, being like, oh no, up is up and down is down. I'm not used to this. Oh, Normandy, you're my favorite ship. I always prefer the SR1 to the SR2. That's always been my personal preference. Beautiful imagery, though. Look at that, just a planet above you as your ship falls to pieces. The iconic N7 armor. Those red and white stripes. Emblem on the front. Okay, Joker, let's get you out of here. And it's funny because I absolutely do not remember why I'm being attacked. So I will be intrigued to know why and who is attacking me if it's not the Geth. I guess we will find out shortly. And there I go, flying out of the ship. Goodbye, SR1. You served me well. And so, welcome to the beginning of Mass Effect 2. You just finished being the hero, and now you're Zero. Sure, let's review the story so far, so that at least those of you watching now and later on can find out what happened. Now, I will admit, so far with this interactive graphic novel, because I don't think this was in the original Mass Effect 2, is that it's pretty accurate in summing up the story. I'll be interested to see if it highlights the choices I made in Mass Effect 1. So, of course, once you get in that relay and you make contact, that's when you as Shepard become this invaluable hero. You learn of everything that happened in the past, how life came to an end. Now, I do remember with Mass Effect 2, the thing that I really enjoyed was just how fast the combat was. It picked it up, it was more fluid, it felt like you were doing more, the actions were a little more online than in Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 is just so rich in lore. And I hope that whatever this Mass Effect reboot is that they're working on, that they announced last year, and it's probably years and years away, carries the same quality that this original trilogy did, because it was just like top notch. Andromeda was fun. A little more action oriented than 2 and 3, but it was an enjoyable story. And unfortunately, there was so much, intertwining. It's like, how do you follow up on a story like that? And so, my team, I started off with like the Charlie's Angels of the universe. So it was Tali and Liara. And then as the game went on, I found that I stuck with Garrus and Liara. So I'm hoping I still have access to them in this game. We'll find out. So for those watching along, if you want to comment in the chat or comment later on, what are you most excited for with E3 coming up? Are you going to be watching any of the press conferences? Excited for any games to be announced or gaming news? I know I'm personally really excited for Nintendo's presentation, because there's always something that they've hidden away from us. But Xbox and Bethesda, that should be a fun presentation. I want to see Halo Infinite so badly. I know that's going to be the game that I'm absolutely going to fall in love with this holiday season. Yes. A new appreciation for the Asari, i.e. she was my romantic interest. But I also really enjoy Liara as a character. She's like the academic who's willing to go to any means to do her research. And like, I get that. So again, my apologies, like major spoilers right now for Mass Effect 1. Apparently this interactive graphic novel is very thorough in explaining the exact storyline, or at least covering the basics. Like, you're not getting the individual choices, it seems like I made along the way. So it'll be interesting to see what the Rachni do. I let the Queen go in the game, and I have a suspicion that she's going to come back and play a role at some point in 2 or 3, but I don't know in which one exactly. Vermeer in this remaster is probably like one of the prettiest planets that is in the game. I absolutely loved exploring it, more so than Ilos. Yeah, Rex talked with his gun first. Thankfully, my Paragon went like way through the roof, and my charm, I think I had 12 charm, so absolute max. Talked him down right quick. So as you play along, you really get the feel for Saren. Again, like true tribute, and like I tip my theoretical invisible hat to BioWare for the work that they did in making you feel for the villain. It was the Geth, or Reapers, I guess. Yeah, if I haven't emphasized enough in my streams, definitely if you haven't picked up this collection, it's definitely worthwhile. As it's an EA title, it might drop in price in the next coming weeks, 10, 20 bucks off. If that's the case, if you're in Canada and you have the 60 bucks to spare, I would highly, highly recommend picking up this series. For how detailed this interactive comic is, I really wish more games did this, especially large sweeping RPGs that have like multiple games in them. Half-Life would be fantastic to have something like this in, so that when I sit down to play the game, I could be like, that's what's going on. Especially when it's 10 years between games, if not more. So it's pretty mind-blowing when you discover that this phenomenal space station is like actually a relay, and you're like, what? All right, now that we've had like the full backstory, let's get the game going. Just lost my ship. So not sure if the sound's coming through right now. If not, that song playing in the background, the theme song, absolutely amazing. What is that one called? Mass Effect opening theme. Yeah, so Jack Wall and Sam Hollick are the ones responsible for the music. Absolutely incredible. Credit to Gaming Ambiance for loading this one up, an hour of music, but I'll drop the link in the chat. Definitely worth checking out. So they rebuild you like the $1 Million Man, though I'm sure this project cost a lot more than $1 million. Oh, just like that. I'm like, why did it stop all of a sudden? So loading up my FemShep. Yeah, I'll accept imported face. So I kept it that way on purpose so that I could actually transfer over correctly. Sentinel is definitely the best way to go. You get the overload, you get the tech armor. Vanguard is fun to play as, I will admit. But yeah. Oh, Vanguard gives you the ammo training. Okay. Interesting. So Vanguard gives you sort of Okay, so it's hard to say because you get the ammo training with the Vanguard that you don't necessarily get with the Sentinel. So you get the power training, you get the tech armor, but you don't get the you don't get the ammo training. That's a tough call. Right, biotic charge, pull, shockwave. Okay. Okay, throw, warp, overload, cryoblast. Shotgun, okay, heavy pistol, submachine gun. Ooh, this is a hard one to choose because I want to be a sentinel, but you're like, do I really want to? I think I played Vanguard the last time I played this game. What does the internet say for the best armor class or the best class to play as? Okay. Okay. That's really tough because Sentinel in Mass Effect 1 was a really nice class to play because you got like sort of like the best of both worlds. Okay, so Vanguard is soldier and adept, Sentinel is adept and engineer, so you get the power training and the weapon training. This is tough. Okay. What does this website have to say? Badoo. Reddit can never do me wrong. Actually, I think I might go with Vanguard this time around. Yeah. I could be a tank, mainly with the Sentinel, but it takes away a lot of the biotics that you had in the first one. Oh, but Sentinel, that is tricky. Because it's a I have to... Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's saying Vanguard. Vanguard is a lot of fun. May have to go with Vanguard. Sorry for the viewers watching along, as I have to decide. Because I just enjoy being able to play with biotic powers too much. So we'll go in as Vanguard this time around. Ooh. Okay, I will take Flashbang Grenade. Let's go. So we'll switch it up this time around. I mean, mildly terrifying when the last thing you remember is losing all oxygen in your spacesuit. Okay, got the pistol and the armor. Those few renegade points that I got from the first game carried over with me. I did nothing bad. I simply was Earthborn and a sole survivor. And that apparently was enough to deem me a rebel. Alright, you're in for a bad time. I now realize I have ammo again. Squad, so I'm level 5. Not too bad. Oh, I have point suspend. Okay. So we'll put some points there. Flashbang isn't too bad. Can't quite put points there. Okay, I definitely want access to these powers. We'll do pull. I have 1 point left, so I can't put them anywhere. No. Okay, but I unlocked everything that I need to. Do a quick save. Ooh, all my credits transferred over. My goodness. I had a lot of credits in the last game. I had like 99999, and it shows here apparently. It went over 1,000,000, so can't complain. Just gonna go back down there for a quick second. See if there's anything that I could have grabbed. Always gotta be mindful of what chests are available to you. I literally crawled over every surface of Mass Effect 1 to the point where I had more weapons than I could ever require in my entire life. Now, oh, there we go. My powers are locked in there, so Shockwave is L1, incendiary ammo, and charge. Okay. Okay, that works. Flashbang grenade. Perfect. Pull and charge. Okay. You can enjoy some cryo ammo. Thank you. Oh, I missed Shockwave. You were a lot of fun back in the day. Let's use Flashbang. No, that's the door. Full ammo, so I don't need to worry about that. Giant mech, you're terrifying. All right. That was quite effective. Go back to the pistol. No flame's gonna take me down. All right. I always like to go the route less traveled. Oh no. What's what? Oh, okay. That mech got taken down. All right, maybe I'll go in here. There's things to access. Because my 10 million credits is not enough. I think I'm going to be able to just buy everything in this game. All right. Okay, perfect. That's all she had to say. Oh boy. That seemed like overkill, giant mech. Oh, Wilson, you sound jealous. Just a few questions because it's an RPG. Of course, I have to ask. All right, 2 years, that's a long time. But where is here? Let me know. All right. But what about my crew? Oh, I am on it. Tag team extraordinaire. I also know Pole. So let's all right. Pretty extensive. Clone Shepard. Okay. All right. Did anyone make it out? Damn it. Not Exo Presley. He was my hero. But where are they now? All right. Okay, a little bit of back interesting story. All right. And then who's Miranda? And then we'll get out of here. I'll stop asking all the questions. All right. I think that covers everything, so let's get out of here. There are people still alive. I am still alive. Please get me out. Okay, let's get out of here. Grab that clip of ammo. I had the option to open something. What was it? Data pad. I am alive. Or maybe not. We're about to find out. I remember pistols in this game being absolutely excellent for headshots. So that that in-game achievement is as good as mine. All right. Well, I seem to be pretty much the same person. All right. We'll heal you up. But then you're going to answer my questions. That sounds like a good plan. Trust no one. All right. Well, that was unintentional. Why, that does sound familiar. Oh, is there? Who's this elusive man? Yeah, not working. Alright, I think looking at the time, I'll switch over to Ratchet and Clank here before I spoil too much of the story. Alright. We'll do a quick save and leave it at that. Okay, and so that's been a bit of Mass Effect 2. Transferred over to character, got the backstory of Mass Effect 1. Did not expect that comic to go on for so long, sorry about that. I wanted to get a little more gameplay in. But let us explore some Ratchet and Clank. Now, if you do have a PS5, the nice thing about this is that it comes as a... I do believe it comes to one of the games that you can download for free. If not, it came as a play at home incentive. It's a really fun and unique game. Very colorful and animated. I really cannot wait for next week. Ratchet and Clank is one of the more one of the funnest platformers that the PlayStation has to offer. I'd say Astro's Playroom, anything to do with Astro, has definitely been up there for enjoyment in terms of platform, but this is definitely up there. Gives me hope that hopefully one day Sony will explore doing Sly Cooper again, or the Jack and Daxter series. Those were also fun ones back in PlayStation 2 days. Do you, though? I don't think you do. So apparently I didn't need the little robot fellow. But yeah, definitely worth playing this game to get yourself ready to go for the new Ratchet and Clank coming out next week. Though this one is a standalone, so it's based on the movie, giving you a bit of a understanding of where Ratchet and Clank come from. Into the Rift is actually a sequel to the last PlayStation 3 Ratchet and Clank game that came out. So unless you have a PS3, it's a little hard to get access to that one. I would definitely recommend, if you want to understand the full story, taking time, look up a YouTube video. There's ones that take, 10, 20 minutes to explain the entire series as a whole. What this game doesn't realize is that Crash Bandicoot has prepared me for running sequences like this. Just that I don't want to spoil too much of the story for folks. Of course, this is my second time playing through. So it's not a review, so I'll just skip through the cutscenes. Alright. I want all the action that I can get. All right. A trusty swing shot. All right. So which one in my arsenal is that? That's a good question. All right. That's my plasma striker. No. Oh, there we go. And I know I'm forgetting something. The only issue with doing a second playthrough after a long time. All right. Oh, dropship. Okay, can I just run away from this enemy? No, I think I have to take care of it. Oh, there we go. So I've done most of the legwork. Just need to get a little bit more. Do some buzz blades. Oh, there we go. They went up in level. Can't complain about that. All right. Go back to the missile launcher. So that's max level. What does the Rhino do? All right. I am interested to see what weapons return in the new game. Skip past that. Might as well see what there is, so I don't have enough to do anything with. I think it was it the Magma Buster I used a lot of? It is almost 75% complete, so this very well could have been the one. Okay, might as well. Okay, and then I think that's it for rare titanium. So I'll come back and get more. No, that's my flamethrower. Yeah, I do believe it's that one. See what's up this way. Make quick and easy work. Recoup some of the ammo that I lost. Maybe some of the health. Okay. Nice try. Oh, you sneaky robot. I was just getting into the groove of things. And you had to go and shoot me. All right. I'll save you. Okay, we'll go through this because I don't want to spoil too much of the story. And I'm sort of like a couple of missions in already. And I realize now, looking at the time, my apologies, I did get a little bit of a late start, so next week's Let's Play will start promptly at 7, hopefully without the technical issues at hand. And then what I will do is I'll do a full playthrough. So next week, what I will run through is we'll play through the new Ratchet and Clank. That'll be the main focus. And maybe look at some of the Game Garage Builder for the Switch. So we'll finish this amusing slide down this sewer tunnel and call it a night. So thank you everyone for tuning in this evening and joining in. Thank you for joining me for that little bit of Mass Effect that we got to go through. And a lengthy backstory, but fun interactive comic. Giving us backstory to Mass Effect 1 and for a little bit of Ratchet and Clank. So, next show coming up, Sunday, Gaming Narratives. Please tune in and check it out. My friends will be joining me, so Cliff and Ashton, to discuss some of the achievements and trophies that we've really hunted after and done crazy things for. Great opportunity to explore some of the candid stories that we have and entertaining hunt for trophies. So not just my Platinum and Mass Effect, but fun ones like the Mile High Club, for example, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That absolutely drove me nuts, but Cliff was the absolute hero. But we'll explain more of that story when time comes. And yeah, for this evening, it has been a pleasure to have you viewing, and for my future viewers, thank you for checking out the video. And this has been Chris the Gaming Librarian with you this evening, hoping you all have a great night and a fantastic weekend. Thank you. Signing out.